Hey everybody, I'm Rusty Zoller. I'm the facilities manager for the Welcome Centers, and I am out of the central office.
My name is Andrew Pearson. I'm the maintenance supervisor for the Landrum and Fairplay Welcome Centers, and we're going to do a video today talking about light maintenance duties.
Hello, my name is Charles Grigg, and today we're going to talk about light maintenance here at the Fort Mill Welcome Center, and I am the maintenance supervisor over Fort Mill and Blacksburg.
We want to talk about the chain of command for the Welcome Center with the maintenance. If you have any issues, the first person you should be calling is the maintenance supervisor, your maintenance supervisor. And if you're not getting what you need there or not getting the answer, just give me a call. And then if that's not working out for you, then you want to give Devin Harris a call out of the central office. All right, so we want to talk about who to call and when to call. If you have let's say your power goes out at your facility, first thing you want to do is make sure to give your power company a call. Make sure to find out if there's any power outages in the area. Then you want to make sure to call your maintenance supervisor. It could be something on our end. And they'll get in touch with me or whoever else they need to get in touch with after you give them a call. And just keep in mind when you make requests to our maintenance supervisors that sometimes our priorities may come a little different than what yours may be, because we have to take in consideration requests from the directorate, and also look at projects according to our program. Sometimes there's more important stuff than some of our wants, so yeah, just keep that in mind as far as priorities when you're asking for stuff.
So light maintenance is things that y'all can do every day to help us, and every little bit does help. It's stuff that doesn't require big heavy tools or really much know how to do, but everything y'all do does help us. Alright, so today I got a call that one of these faucets wasn't working. I'm going to show y'all just a couple things you can do to light things that you can do to make sure, see if you can get it going without having to call somebody. First thing you'll need is a little small Allen wrench. We have these at every location. There's a little screw in the very bottom of it the wrench fits into. It's kind of hard to find. And the screw doesn't fall out. It's got a spring holding it in place, so you don't have to worry about dropping it down a drain. You take and you push down on the top of it, and this top place comes off. One of the first things you want to check is this sensor right here. It gets really dirty and caked up. So this is one of the first things is make sure y'all are cleaning that really good, and that's always just one of the first things we check. And if that's not working, there's indicator lights on the side of it that flash whenever they come on. And so if you see no lights flashing, one of the first things you can do is check the battery pack that's in the top of it, right here. There's 2 tabs on the side. It has 4 AA batteries inside of it. There's indicators on it, show which way they go in. Slide it right back in place. Another thing you can check is there's little pins on the bottom that have connectors. Sometimes they get corroded up and you just take something and scrape them off. And also the connectors up here, make sure everything goes back together. When you put it back in place, the indicator light will come on and start flashing. And sometimes they hang up like that, which was the original problem of it not working. So if that's the case, you have to come back down here and turn the water off, and there'll be further parts inside that have to be replaced from the stop. That's just one of the first things you can check to make sure it starts working again. That's it for this one. All right, so a lot of times you'll come in here and these faucets will get stuck inside or corroded up, or the solenoid valve stops, and a lot of times they'll just be continuously running. There's nothing y'all can do about that other than let your maintenance guy go, because we have to carry those parts with us and they're very expensive. So, but if you do have something that's just continuously running like this, it's just as simple as just reach down here and just turn the valve and turn the water off completely so the sink doesn't fill up or the drain doesn't stop so it doesn't come out on the floor. That's just something simple you can do to help us out. Alright, so I got a call today that my hand dryer wasn't working, and these things are pretty simple to fix. It takes a T25 bit that's a security bit, has a hole in the end of them. We'll make sure that y'all do have those on locations. There's a screw on each side of it. The cover just comes right off the front. So the first thing you're going to want to check is there's a screen right here on the bottom, and it just pops right off in place. And this one just recently has been cleaned, but a lot of times these will get caked up with a layer of lint and dust over top of them. So y'all need to be going through and making sure these stay clean. And if it's still not working, the control module sometimes goes bad on these or becomes unplugged. So a lot of times you can plug it in, unplug it, that'll reset the whole system. It starts working again. The only other thing is there's a sensor right here on the bottom. Make sure that you're cleaning that as well. And that's about all there is to it, just putting the cover back on it. That's as simple as that. We were able to get that one going again just by cleaning the screen and resetting it, but if that doesn't work, just notify your maintenance guy, let them know.
This is how we change the filter and sanitize in a hand dryer. You reach down and there's a little handle and it pulls out. You bring it over here, this top pops off. You get all the gunk and stuff out of it and rinse it out. And then you get your alpha pH, spray it in it, and we have to wait 10 minutes. All right, our 10 minutes is up, and now we wipe it out. Make sure all of it's good and clean. And it's pretty dry. Set my rag there, and then we just snap it back together, and it slides right back under there. And that's how you clean the filter.
All right, so today we got a toilet that's stopped up. Like I said, everybody's favorite job. So pretty simple. There's just a handful of things you can do. The first is plunging, like always. You want to push the plunger all the way in flat, and once again, make sure the toilet is full of water. Otherwise, it won't work because it won't create a suction cup. You have to get kind of aggressive with it. You want to be able to hear the air moving through the back of the pipe. All the water drained out of it. That one's going down and working just fine. So this is something that anybody can do or try. Always make sure when you're doing it, you want to put your gloves on. You want to try and stay away from it, not get splashed the best you can. And this is always just your first result thing you can do. And if you're not able to get it, of course you can call and help somebody. But if that's the case, just go ahead and lock the door, which you can do by make sure the lock tab is out, which you got to have something to close it from the top, or use a broomstick or something and push it. And like I said, this isn't something that you have to call your maintenance guy on a weekend for. It's something that can wait, so just close down the stall and wait for Monday.
This is how we check a fire extinguisher. You pull the fire extinguisher out, do it up and down to shake the chemical up in it. We have a green, we have a yellow arrow with a green. That means that it is good. Set it back in here like so, and you turn it over. You got dates. You check it every 30 days and you sign off on it. That's how you check a fire extinguisher.
Alright, so if you ever run into a situation where you have a toilet that's not flushing or working or flushing slow, the first thing you always need to come back and check is make sure that it's plugged in. You can usually tell from the inside because there'll be a red indicator light on the sensor. If you don't see that light, it's unplugged. But if it's flushing but flushing slow, make sure that the water valve is turned all the way open. But if you have an occasion where you have water constantly running and you can't get it to stop, there's something internally in the flush valve messed up that you need to let your maintenance supervisors know about. Add to the list of things to do. But for the time being, you can take and turn the water valve all the way off, so we're not just having water running, and that's just things like that y'all can do to help.
Now we're going to talk about how to remove graffiti and where to look for it at. If you walk in here to the partitions, turn around and look at the back of the door, and look on the sidewall, and look on the tile, because people will write on the tile. They'll write on the toilets. What I do is I use goof off, or you can use the graffiti remover, and I put a little bit on there, and I do it in a circular motion, and up and down, and it'll start to come off. Sometimes you may have to put a little more, but usually it will take it off right then. But that's how you remove graffiti. This is how we're going to change a light bulb. This is Justin. He will be my spotter for today. We hold the light bulb, thank you. You got to do a 3-point contact as you go up. And then this little thing pops down. And you look up and you twist the light bulb gently and it will come out. And I hand that and I grab the other one. And there's 2 tabs on the light bulb that you got to make sure goes in the tombstone. And push it up and turn it halfway. Voila, it comes on. And then we'll put the cover back on. And it just snaps right up in there. And that's how you change a light bulb.
Alright, so every day when you're out and about just doing your job, just always be on the lookout for simple little things you can help us with. Like one, just in particular, look up for light bulbs and stuff. If you see a light that's out, make a note of it, tell your custodial supervisor, and he can send us an email letting us know, because we might have to have a different light, or there might be a certain issue making a light not work right. So just always be on the lookout for stuff like that.